Hello, good evening, or morning, depending on what time you hear this. It's Jade, or Cassidy if you use 11 Labs. Hope you're in good health. First of all, if you're listening to this and following the story, thank you. Keep in mind this is being written by an amateur writer, and not to make money, but just for fun. Writing never really was Jack's thing, but seeing as he's a character designer, figures he'd make them a story. Now, just giving a quick disclaimer. Figure we should have done this sooner, but didn't think of it until now. The story that you are about to hear, and have been hearing before this one on this channel, was written by a human mind, with the character art drawn by hand. However, for the voices and for some background generation, these two components were made with the help of AI. More specifically, 11 Labs. This story is an entire work of fiction and is not a reflection of events of the past, present, or the unpredictable future. Again, the characters were drawn by hand, but the voices and the rest was aided by AI.
I think they get it, girl. Pipe it down.
Oi! Busy! Right, well, yeah, so just putting this in to clear things up. I'll leave it there and get back to the story. Enjoy the show!
Somewhere in Bristol, a metal creak could be heard. The sound dissipates for a moment, and then more creaking. Slowly, reluctantly, something heavy shifted. Steel scraped against steel with a long, tired sound that echoed outward and disappeared into darkness. Cool air rolls past, carrying the smell of dust and old machinery. It had that strange scent forgotten places always seem to collect, dry, stale, untouched. For the moment, there isn't much to see. Thin blades of moonlight slip through the roof, cutting through the darkness in pale columns. Tiny particles drifted through the light, dancing lazily as if the air itself hadn't been disturbed in years. Suddenly, a large door becomes barely visible. It jolted and then slowly started to open. As it did, more was being revealed. Metal supports climbed upward into shadows overhead. Shapes began to emerge from the dark. Rusted railings, old platforms, abandoned equipment left sitting where someone had forgotten to come back for it. Then the doors fully open. Jade looked up. An old warehouse, massive, silent, dust-covered, dead for years.
The HMS Flying Fox. Long time no see.
Jeez, sugar, y'all want to be any more dramatic?
Would putting on a spooky costume work?
Oh, bugger off.
Come on, we gotta check the rest of this out. Joe, key worked!
HMS Flying Fox, Bristol, 2 months later. Jade slowly walks in, the sound of her heels touching the floor echoing throughout. She looks to the roof, then the walls, and then to all the abandoned equipment. Rachel joins her on her left, and Joe approaches to the right. Rachel raises an eyebrow, looking to the facility, clearly not impressed by the state of it. Jade, on the other hand, was smirking away to herself. She had plans, and a lot of them.
Wow, yeah. Great stuff here, truly. How much did you spend on getting this shindig?
The council didn't want me to have this in the first place, but twisting a couple contacts' hands in the Ministry of Defense, around 30 million.
Bitch, you got that to spare?
Hey, voice down. I'm right here, you know.
Girl, you gotta work on your spending problems.
When I'm done, I'll make it back tenfold. And now with the space to build, I'll have the power to keep the lights on for the world. Permanently.
Joe folded his arms, looking at the equipment left behind. Several large crates, abandoned vehicles, and even some office equipment strewn across the place.
Could use a splash of paint.
That's putting it mildly. Maybe some WD-40, a broom, and say 600 years? That'll bring it up to scratch.
We won't concern ourselves with that for now. Our job here is to get this place back into industrial capacity.
Yeah, but can we do it?
Yeah, I'm confident.
Don't let it go to your head, sweets. We still got to get there first.
Good point. Come on, let's go see what we got.
All three walked further into the warehouse. Rachel crossed her arms, rubbing them lightly, trying to warm up. Jade's mechanical eye was meticulously scanning each and every piece of equipment she walked by, taking inventory of what she's purchased.
So, I understand this place supplies the troops in Syria?
That's right. They'd make all the gear in-house, ship it over to the docks, and then sail it out. But when the ocean rages, they'd swap for airlifting it.
Of course. I keep forgetting the rest of the world is still recovering from the fallout. Funny. 6 months, the oceans are too dangerous to sail across, then the rest of the 6, the winds are too heavy for planes.
Well, from what I understand, back 200 years ago, they used much faster means of aerial transport. You know, jets. Planes that could hold over 100 people at a time, stuff like that. Of course, switching the power source from petrol to electric, it doesn't have the same power as the tech back then. So the small planes that shipped us out, if someone sneezed, we'd be 30 miles off course.
Wait, how do you... Oh, yeah, that's right, you're ex-Army. Man, is it really as bad as they say? Eco, about the tech? What's that old saying? If it's military grade, then it means it's gonna break in 2 days, or some shit like that.
You got to use military equipment for 2 days? Must be nice.
Oh, geez.
Shit. Yep, my uncle was spot on then.
Your uncle was in the Army?
30 years back, yeah. Ye old Cold War of yesteryear. Always on standby, and his shit would break whilst he was just training.
Sounds about spot on. Now this whole factory being shut down? I don't know where the troops would be getting supplies from. I've been out the loop.
Probably for the best.
Yeah.
All three found themselves in a bigger section of the warehouse. They stop and take a look at the space in front of them. Several workbenches, vehicles with sheets over them, some unopened crates, and on the ceiling, a rail system with several bits of gear on hooks. Rachel smirks as she eyes the vehicles, already working out what she could do with them.
Now we got something. Cars or buggies? I can play away all day.
Jade, you okay?
Jade's eye was focused on one of the doors at the back wall. Joe looked over, lining his sight up with hers, trying to work out what she's staring at. She remained still, almost frozen in place as some voices played in the back of her mind. Joe slowly brings his hands to Jade's eyesight, wiping upwards. Jade shook her head, looking to Joe. Her breathing got a little deeper with this, letting out a sigh.
Memories?
Yeah. That's where I first got trained, back there.
Wait, you trained here?
Yeah. Almost 5 years ago.
But I don't get it. Why come here? Hell, why purchase the whole building if it's got some bad memories attached to it?
Do you ever get scared, Rachel? Of the past?
Well, not really. I mean, my brother is a pain in the ass, but nothing that keeps me up at night.
It'd be hard to explain. Regardless, this place is the only one that I remember, being big enough to house the new generator prototypes. Now that I've gotten my tech adapted to the voltage, I need a big enough place to start mass producing.
So you came to the only place you remember, building something new that can be used for good, rather than be haunted by the past.
Yeah. And I got some work cut out for me too, by the looks of it.
Sheesh. Could have warned me this was gonna trigger memory lane for you. I'd have brought a couple beers at least.
Appreciate it, but, I can't drink alcohol. Booze and my meds don't mix.
Oh, my bad.
It's fine, it's fine. The supplies from the office should suffice in building this place back up. So, Rachel, your first point of action will be to inspect the vehicles. See what we can keep, see what is scrap. We can break down the components to use for other things. And we'll work on refining the systems in place now. We can put this tech to use. Just refurbish it.
That's all well and good, but Jade, when are you going back to the Blue Zone?
Yeah, your truck's been fixed over 2 months now. I know you've been itching to get back in. What gives?
I've been running tests on that small piece we have. I didn't want to go back in without some form of direction. I want to obtain just what we need and not disturb the place too much. I'm trying to work out how to be eco-friendly with the Blue Zone and not disturb its natural process. We're drawing power from it, yes. That doesn't mean we go in, diggers ready, and just butcher it. There's got to be a balance.
Oh, I getcha. Siphon excess, allow some of them fancy crystals to keep growing, and keep a cycle of life for power, and the zone itself. Smart.
Now you're getting it.
Well, guess that is a plan. But what about your suit? Last I checked, it was fried. Yep, totally. But by the time I got something worked out, it'll be time to go into the zone itself. Right now, though, let's take inventory. Have a look at the cars. I'm going to check the offices. You got it.
Rachel jaunts off to look at the vehicles. Jade and Joe walk over into the offices. White sheets covering old furniture, some of the dust still hanging about in the air. Joe coughs lightly at all the dust, and then proceeds to pull some of the sheets off. Jade quickly moves to the filing cabinets, finding old files strewn inside, unorganized and slightly aged.
Sheesh, how many years has it been?
Can't be any more than 5. They did abandon this place pretty quickly. Would have thought they'd have burnt the place down.
Why did they abandon it in the first place?
That's a good point. My only theory is they thought that retaliation was coming and decided to just shut down the base altogether. I mean, this base is pretty well known to anyone in the military. It would have only been a matter of time until its location was given up.
Good point. And seeing as the hybrids were basically just dumped failed experiments done by Evo, yeah, I can see how that...
Or...
Hmm?
Maybe they could have had a super secret project that almost got exposed. Or aliens? I mean, it's not the strangest thing I will see. I did see a crystal snail go at 50 miles per hour in the blue zone. Could be something along those lines. Or just, hi.
You know, sweetie, you could just say you don't know.
Jade's eyes had the purple sheen again as Joe holds her hand. She bit her lip, leaning into him lightly.
Rambling again?
Rambling again.
My bad. Right, well, I truly don't know.
Okay. But something tells me you jumped at buying this place, rather than just owning the space for the new generators. Want to fill me in?
You know me too well. And it's been what, 3, 4 months?
Well, it helps we spend nights together. So, what are we looking for?
Files, tools, and whatever else they left in a hurry. I remembered that the MOD had a large testing facility for armor. I'm thinking, if I can get a hold of something and read the contents, it may help me understand what materials to use for the robotic limbs. Speaking from experience, steel is rough to use, and my job is to improve quality of life for everyone who gets one.
So, what? Military-grade limbs? Isn't your new arm and leg enough?
For me? Sure, but for the whole of Britain? Not so much. Sourcing the material is hard enough, and I only got so many reserves. And speaking of which, these files. There's got to be something here.
Well, you take a look in there. I'll see what other stuff you've got. Mostly looks like office equipment, but it's something.
Cool. Holler if you need me.
I always do.
Jade chuckled to herself as Joe went off to look at the nearby tables and old computers. Jade, however, keeps on flicking through the paperwork using her newly created arm. She looked to the fingers briefly, taking note on how efficient the fingers were since she made them out of the newly acquired ceratanium. She closes the drawer and opens up on just above it, flicking through once again.
License renewal, list of new recruits, mostly redacted. That always confused me. Why bother redacting names and stuff when you can just destroy the documents entirely? I mean, who's looking through this and going, I really wanted to know the names of Mr. Bob Mack generic name and why he was signing up. Logic. Totally goes out the window on some of... Project Lead Skin? What is this? Exoskeleton? Wait. File 23. Modular frame which allows armor to be... Jackpot! This could help me reconstruct my hazard suit. And... Wait. Combat armor blueprints. Safe storage. Safe storage? Oh my god, Joe! Can you see a safe where you are?
A safe? Nope.
Damn it.
What are you...
Armor schematics. I found something. Exoskeleton plans that can help rebuild my hazmat suit. There's got to be a safe around here. Not here. Not here. Come on! It's gotta be here somewhere.
Hey, calm down. We'll find it.
Ugh, I hate something just being out of reach.
Let me take a look at those schematics. Okay, I think I got a read on it.
What have you worked out?
Jade, focus a moment. Don't be a deer in the headlights. Think. It says safe storage. So, where's the safest place in this building?
I don't know the whole building off the back of my hand.
Okay. Logically, where would it be?
Underground. Down below. That's it. Each facility like this has a maximum storage. But wait, we won't be able to waltz in there. We'll need access. Keys. It's not biometrics. So, access cards. They'll be in the main office. We need to find out where the main office is and possibly find a way to end any lockdown procedures they would have implemented on the way out.
Good work. See? Stopping for a second instead of brute forcing something works out better.
You smartass. If you weren't so charming, I'd slap you for making me think this much. Come on, we gotta find it.
Hey, slow down, Speedy.
Oh, geez.
Rachel, Jade's on to something. We'll be right back.
She better not just be on you, sugar. We got work to do.
Mind out the gutter, Rachel.
Fine! Honestly. 1 minute they're dead serious, the next they're playing about. Wait, who the fuck is the adult out of us three?
Jade keeps moving almost at running pace, keeping a firm grip on Joe's hand, dashing them both up the stairs, and stopping at the top. Jade's eye is frantically locking onto as many objects as possible until it pulls up something resembling a door. Jade drags Joe along as she makes a mad dash for the door, Joe's footwork impressively keeping up with being dragged along by a mad woman after gold.
Hey.
In we go. Okay, desk. Joe, sit there a second. Come on.
Phew. Good thing I don't mind running places, eh?
You're an officer. Physical fitness is part of the package.
Yep, but I don't have an endoskeleton lifting some of the weight off of me. Speaking of which, how is it working out?
Much better. Not even half the weight of my osmium one. That's a start. I can sit on chairs without crushing them under 43 stone of metal.
600 pounds of weight? How did you cope?
Bold of you to assume I did. I see them, just back there. Come on, gimme.
Jade. Brains. Don't brute force it. Those are likely the only keys we got in here.
Oh, need a stick or something. It's wedged at the back of the drawer and the desk.
Stick. Okay. Let's...
Oh, come on. Just come here.
Jade?
Huh?
Here, ruler. Use your metal hand to bend the tip a bit so you can hook them.
Great, thanks. Come on. Got it. Now, just... please. Got him.
Perfect. Now, what can we use to help us find the maximum storage floor?
Elevator. If the power is still on, we can find one and get downstairs. Wait. We got no way to guarantee if these are the right keys.
Well, we test it out.
But what if we lock the system by accident? We'd...
Find a way to undo the lock. Relax, Jade. We'll find ways around this. Come on, let's go see if we can open it up.
12 minutes later, Jade and Joe are in the basement. The lights were dull, almost not worth having them on. Dust danced in the air and clung onto everything that it could land on. Joe coughs, trying to get it all away from his mouth. Jade pulled out 2 face masks and gave one to Joe. As they both put them on, they walked further down the long corridor. Jade flipped up the panel on her left shoulder and pushed a lens, which turned on a light. As it illuminated the space in front of them, both were greeted at the presence of a massive blast door. Joe tilted his head whilst Jade was approaching it.
Jesus. What in the hell have they gotten there? King Kong?
Who?
You never heard of King Kong?
Not once in all my years.
Damn. Remind me to find it later on. You, me, and Holly can have a movie night.
That'd be nice. Oh, let's see. Judging from the echo from me knocking my hand on it, I'd say at minimum this is about 24 inches thick. That's significantly more than standard blast doors.
Wait, how thick are normal doors like these?
I think it's 16 inches? 400 millimeters? Yeah, 16.
Whoa. Okay, King Kong and Godzilla. If they aren't behind this door, then I am officially out of ideas.
What the fuck were you hiding?
Jade?
Access point. We need... Here, main console. Now we just... Okay, power on. And... Come on, work faster.
Easy. This thing's been offline for a few years, remember?
I wish I could plug something in to speed this damn thing up.
Yeah, you'd need an AI or something to crack it internally.
AI? That... interesting idea, Joe. I'm saving that for later.
What, you're gonna make one? I don't know. They were controversial back in the day.
AI is a tool. Tools are meant to be used, but it's a fine line between tool and weapon. If I make one, I will ensure it doesn't replace anyone. Just augment.
Huh, interesting take.
Everything can be a benefit, in moderation.
Like patience?
Oh, you. Yellow key card. Okay, where's the insert? Got it. Okay, swipe. Now. Green. And... We're in! Okay, boot up, and...
Get back, now!
Whoa!
Joe grabs Jade underneath her arms and yanks her back. As the alarm blared, the door slowly started pulling back. Several heavy locks started unhooking from each other and retracting. The screech of the heavy metal pierced both of their ears. As they covered them up, the door finally gave way and locked in place. Jade shook her head lightly and looked ahead. Joe pulls Jade back to her feet, brushing her off at the back of her legs.
All that for a door to open. You okay?
I'm fine. Thank you.
Psst, no need to thank me, but next time a heavy object like that is opening and we don't know what way it opens, do me a favor and move.
Yeah, will do. Okay, light back on and... Holy.
Shit.
Jade's shoulder light reveals armors from across time itself, uniforms from various wars, equipment such as backpacks with radios, very old weapons from World War II, and various tanks could be seen throughout. Jade's eyes widened as she looked to some of the tanks.
I know some of these. Well, what did we just open? A time capsule?
Holy shit. We just opened up a museum. I didn't think anything of the old world survived. Well, only what's left in the National Museum, but that's artifacts from various places. What have we...
Challenger 2.
Huh?
This is what the new Minotaur model is based off of. And look, one of the oldest rifles from World War I. A Lee Enfield. Oh God, I heard so many things about this. Oh man, Sarge would have a field day in here. Maybe even a picnic if he was feeling really nostalgic.
That into war, huh?
It's not the war itself. It's the technology used in those wars. Desperate times makes innovation inevitable. So if we can find out what they were using, we can start working out... Wait! There. That right there. That's too futuristic for World War I or II. This has got to be... desert armor.
Jade? Hey.
This is similar to my old armor. It was based off of this? But I...
Joe moves to Jade's side and sweeps her legs from under her, picking her up. Jade didn't even notice, just kept staring into the armor plate she had in her hands. Joe then proceeded to sit her on one of the tank's sides, and then hops up beside her, placing his arm around her.
Talk to me. What are you remembering?
I don't know what I was expecting. I know we fought 2 world wars, but I thought us fighting in deserts were a recent thing. I didn't know we had been fighting all around the world. No one knows anything about all the wars of the past. I thought fighting in Syria, cleaning up what Evo had done, and what the cartels were doing over there, trying to smuggle all kinds of shit under their noses. I thought that was unique. I just thought there were 2 wars, and the world ended by the nuclear winter. I don't know, just... No one's brought up anything else about other wars in the middle. Are we missing that much history? And have we learned nothing? I genuinely thought that this was, for the first time in at least 250 years, that this war in Syria was unique, and no one else had caused so much damage.
What do you mean by unique?
I don't mean that in a accomplished manner, like war is a good thing. I mean that I wanted to believe that, I don't know, just that by 2 world wars, everyone would have worked their shit out. So many people romanticize the past like it was truly the golden age. But if it was that golden, why did we drop bombs on each other, forcing us to wait out the nuclear winter for 200 years? And now I find this? So much for the notion of thinking that things were way more peaceful. Instead, now I think back to when I was in the war, and all I can feel is this echo. Like, we're just repeating the same mistake, 200 years later.
Joe put his hand on Jade's, holding the armor. She looked to it but lowered her head, leaning her body into Joe's lightly as he pulled her into a hug.
The old world is hard to document. You couldn't have known this. I didn't either until I saw all this. And, well, the fact a desert camouflage piece of armor is sitting in your hands right now? Yeah, easy to put 2 and 2 together. But don't let this stop you, Jade. We're in an armory. Yes, the past was wrought with pain. But something in this, we can build a better future. We just need to look.
Do you think me stupid for wanting to believe that 2 world wars and 1 nuclear winter was all that happened?
Not at all. Optimistic, but not stupid.
Wait.
Jade puts the armor into Joe's hands and hops down, quickly scurrying off to the side of the tanks. Joe smirks and hops down too and joins her. Jade is touching the sides of each tank, then looks to the other armor plating on the tables. She quickly scrambles to find as many pieces that were thick and sturdy. She taps them gently, getting a feel for how the construction of these plates are carried out. She then notices a folder with overflowing pages in a binder.
What do we got?
Idea. Forming. Composition of the plates. The materials can help if I... Come on. AR-300. Yes, okay. Come on. There! That's it! That's the key! Joe, show me those schematics.
Okay, here.
Thank you. Okay. Steel composite. Iron ceramics. Come on. Just give me... Jackpot! I got it! I can remake my hazard suit. Here.
Slow down, Speedy. Your voice box is having a hard time rendering your thoughts to words.
That can wait. Look, here. Depleted uranium and lead lining. This is what I was missing altogether. Look. We can make a space between the plates now. Load it with the lead lining and depleted uranium. Mix it up and make a pocket to make the Arclight hard stop against it. If it's got this much material inside, it won't be able to enter the batteries. Meaning, I can bypass a lot of the radiation and get to another crystal. And look here. If we make this frame, we can build the suit on top of that, rather than just sitting on top of me and my skin tight under suit. I can get into the blue zones.
Great work. Now, we just need to reconfigure your truck and find a way to boost your signal when calling to the truck.
Boost my signal? What do you... Oh, I'm an idiot. Radiation interferes with radio waves. Communications sucked last time I was in the zone. God damn it, why didn't I think of that sooner? I need something to boost my signal. Portable radio antennae. That's it. If I hook 3 of them up, I can use them to make a signal trail. That way I can signal to the truck.
Antennas, huh?
Yes, I can design some simple ones, but...
Hey, you mean like these?
Was wondering when you'd show up.
Well, count your lucky stars, sugar. I'm here to help calm your nutty girlfriend down. Sounds like she's going on one of her brainstorming sessions again.
How quickly can you put an antenna on the truck?
Ooh boy, where do I begin?
The next day, a blue hue engulfs all of the land. Blue grass, blue trees, blue everything, including small particles hovering in the air. This is the blue zone once again. The wind howls, blowing small leaves and gravel around. Distant thunder pierced the sky, a bright flash, and then the noise followed seconds later. Suddenly, the ambience was disturbed by a large truck with a trailer on the back of it drove in. The leaves kicked up as it did, small blue sparks emitting from them, This time it was Rachel behind the wheel, cigarette in mouth, and tapping her finger on the steering wheel.
Highway to hell. I'm on a highway to hell.
Did you save this song for just us entering the zone?
What? No, just a good song. It's on my playlist.
Remind me, what's this rule you mentioned when taking over driving?
Driver gets to pick the songs. Passengers shut the hell up and dig it. Come on, can't say you don't like the song.
Fine, it's a good song.
Just, aight?
Don't push it, you.
Okay, so what are we looking for in this joint?
An opening. It'll have several crystals working into a spire. It's hard to miss.
Aight, should be easy. Got it. You know, you could have waited to put on the suit, darlin'. Suiting up on the move's gotta be tricky.
Try changing into fancy meeting gear when going to secure deals with delegates from Japan and Portugal. Then we'll talk.
Deli what now? Girl, what's a meat counter gotta do with clothes?
No, not delegates. People who are representing countries from all around the world. You know, these people had to go against the storms to get here in Britain. And running late isn't an option, so hire a taxi, jump in the back, throw your clothes off and put on some professional-looking gear. It ain't easy.
Oh man, I just got a picture in my head of you, just kicking your legs up, trying to get trousers on, and accidentally flashing Joe as you went by.
Oh, that ain't the worst of it. One time, the Japanese delegate turned up and Sapphire made me wear this ridiculous dress. But I quote her, it was a shendik cloth with an unconventional boob tube with bell sleeves. Should give off some kind of red flag on this, yeah?
Ooh boy, that's crimson. When someone's gotta over-explain it, it's an instant red flag.
Exactly. And she made me put it on, but she told me she had everything for me to wear. Everything. So imagine her surprise when I had no underwear on.
You flashed the Japanese rep?
Apparently. Sapphire said it's a good thing it's indoors and not windy. But as I said to her, if he got an eyeful, it's not my fault.
Oh, they both got what they deserve on that. What did you expect, Sapphy? Ooh, man. Got an eyeful. God. I never could wear a dress, or a suit for that matter. Shit looks hella rough, uncomfortable.
It's not that bad. My office gear is based off the noir phase in America. The shoes and the trousers, and just a shirt? That's about my max tolerance level.
No ties?
Oh, hell no. I don't like anything pressing up against my voice box.
Yeah, necktight shit, not my jam.
I don't know. I think you'd be all right in a suit.
If you ever catch me in a suit, run. I've been replaced, bitches. Replaced!
Oh, give over.
Not in a million years. All that fancy footwear and shit? Yeah, ain't me.
Well, think of it like your mechanic's jumper.
Hey, nothing is touch. Whoa, hold on!
Rachel slammed on the brakes and quickly ramped up the handbrake. The truck came to a screeching halt and stopped just before the terrain shift. The grass didn't smooth out to the rest of the land. It stopped and left a ledge for the desert like debris below the truck's wheels. Rachel put it into reverse and backed up by about 10 feet. She sighs, wiping the sweat from her forehead.
Whoa. Whew, what the fuck?
I'm jammed against the door. Just getting on my feet. Rachel, sit rep, are you okay?
Sit rep? I'm alive! Just about. Man, this terrain is... Oh. My God.
Rachel's eyes looked directly in front of her and saw the spire Jade had mentioned. It shot at least 12 stories high, light emanating from the crystal structure. Thunder flashed in the background, revealing even more crystals along the spire.
God damn. That's beautiful.
And that is what is going to save us, if my calculations are correct.
Yeah. Oh man. I've never seen anything like this. Was it like this when you first came here?
Maybe even more breathtaking. But I didn't have the time back then to appreciate it. Looking from here now, though.
And you're just gonna, what, walk in there, find a big old crystal, and just put it in the trailer? How y'all gonna manage that?
This suit, with the new hydraulics and armor pieces, can withstand the Arclight entering the system. I've also taken a precaution for my mechanics and batteries this time. I've got filters in them that'll reduce the effects of Arclight should anything get into me.
So, wait, like a nuclear reactor?
Huh. I didn't know you studied nuclear physics.
Well, there was a time people wanted to make car batteries out of the stuff, but that's a bad idea. The whole gig worked with having the agitator at the bottom and a dampener at the top. So it'd give off the radiation, and the dampener was the filter, taking the edge off of it and making it usable.
When I hop out in a minute, you'll see exactly why I built this suit the way I have. It runs on the principles that you just mentioned. Well, the backup anyways. The lead and depleted uranium condensers shield my suit from Arclight and radiation itself.
Wait, you've basically combined all the shit from the Flying Fox, got lead and depleted uranium, and slapped it into the armor? Girl, depleted uranium can be enriched again.
Yep, but the lead is under that layer, and it's only a small amount, and can be ejected out if need be.
Ejected? I don't follow.
Depleted uranium can be mixed with extracted plutonium from spent nuclear fuel to create mixed oxide, or MOX for short. If my calculations are correct, this allows previously unusable byproducts to generate clean electricity.
I know that much, but... Oh, now I get it. You're checking whether this is pure radiation or something else entirely.
Exactly. If Arclight is pure radiation, then the generators will need retooling. If it's not, I have multiple ways of funneling the energy it creates. The power inside these crystals spin in place, and for some reason creates excess energy. So I need to know if it's made from pure radiation or if something else is in play, therefore making it safer for us to use as an energy source. From what me and Joe worked out, it interacts with organic material perfectly fine, but electronics have a different voltage.
So you're doing a fucking field test whilst getting the crystal. You could have let me in on what you had planned.
Had I disclosed this, would you have changed your mind?
Well, no. But, would have been nice to have you fill me in.
Okay, if I ever drag you out like this again, full disclosure. Sound good?
Deal.
Okay, all right, good. Now, prepare to open the side door. I'm sealed and ready.
Alrighty, setting it up. Okay, countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition.
Jade's suit stood 8 feet 3 inches tall, once upright. She raised the arms and rotated them, and placed them back down to her sides, then slowly turned to walk to the front of the truck. Rachel's eyes almost popped out of her skull, looking at it.
Fuck.
Can you hear me? The radio working?
Jade, you built a truck with a panic attack.
No, a truck with arms.
I'm not sure that's not much better. Christ on a cracker.
Hey, focus. Come on, I need you focused. Gonna start my walk towards the spire. Keep me posted every 2 minutes, set a timer, and see if you can work out a way to get the truck down. I don't know, maybe find a surface like a ramp?
That's not gonna be too big a problem.
Good. And remember, stay in the truck. You'll melt out here without all that protection, got it?
Gotcha.
If you need a suit to protect you should something go wrong, it's in the back by the bunk beds. Right, I'm off. Every 2 minutes. Check the feed. I'll start dropping the antennas as I get closer.
Aight, go get me a crystal, girl. We got some work to do.
You got it. Okay. Arclight. I was stupid and charged myself off of you. That was my fault. Round 2, you nearly killed me. Now I'm pissed off. And ready for round 3.
Jade slowly started walking towards the spire, the HUD scanning for the sources of Arclight and where they converge. As she walks closer and closer, she felt her heart skip a couple beats. Being back in the zone, where her life support almost gave out, unnerved her.
I can do this. I can do this.
Jade approached the spire and looked up. Its size dwarfed her. Even though she was in an 8'3" armored suit, she felt minuscule. She then looked to the right of her HUD. Radiation levels were high, but the suit reported no problems. Then, the hump on the back of the suit opened up at the bottom and fired out a small rod. This rod slowly expanded upright, anchoring itself into the floor, and a large dish formed on the top. Jade's HUD lit up. Antenna 1 of 3 deployed.
Hey, you reading me?
Loud and clear. What's the situation?
Ooh, boy, it's looking funky. I got the truck down just a little further and I saw some bushy-tailed thing in the trees. It's got crystals on its back.
Bushy-tailed thing?
I think they're called squirrels? You know, those things that hang around the park? Look like a meth head, but they're just after coffee.
Wow. So this zone does support an ecosystem. I was right with the plan of trying to be eco-friendly then.
Yep, and there's a baby out here with it. I'm taking pictures.
Just remember not to get out. I know you want to try and feed it, but don't get out the truck. It's tempting, I know.
Oh, you got no idea. Anyways, how's it going your end?
Just reached the entrance. I'm going in, gonna see if I can find a medium-sized crystal to carry and get out. I'll survey the area first, though. Want to make sure we're not breaking anything important.
Aight, I'll get the truck closer. I'll check in again in 2.
Don't get too distracted by our little critters out here. I may need help.
You got it.
Jade walked into the spire. Her suit's Geiger counter climbed steadily the further she walked in. Life support was holding and didn't even drop any percentage. She then put her hand to the side of her helmet and pressed one of the panels, turning on the light built into the forehead of the helmet. She frowned and discovered that the light did not help at all. Her idea of using a different colored light was to enable her to see everything in a non-blue hue. However, the atmosphere didn't seem to care about her plans. She huffed, shutting the light off and letting the crystal's glow be her only source of light. Jade pushed forward, entering what appeared to be a cavern structure inside the spire. The crystals became more and more pronounced as she did. Her HUD's lock-on feature was beginning to struggle. With so many power sources littered about the cavern, she shut it off and looked by herself. She shifted slowly around the corners of the area and found a relatively hand-sized crystal that she could manipulate. She then took off her left shoulder panel and opened it up. She then emptied out the contents on top of the crystal. Jade closed it back up and put it back on her shoulder and stood there watching for a few minutes. Her visor signified that it was recording.
Hey, chick. How's it looking?
I'm testing the uranium theory. The accelerant I put on should tell me within the next couple minutes. I'm not entirely happy about this, but it beats the alternative of waiting years on end.
Okay, well, I guess this'll tell us if we're looking at pure radiation, so, you know, a little patience will pay off.
You been talking with Joe?
Nope.
Sure, because that's exactly what he would say.
Hey. Just for the record, I know that look y'all gave me a week back told me to keep away from him with any interest, aight?
Look?
Yeah. The look of, I'm a cat, I've marked my property, back off. Mine. That look.
Do I genuinely make that face?
Yep, and the whole world's gonna see it if you keep this up.
Oh God. Wait. I got a reaction and the uranium dulled.
Dulled?
Yeah, like, it's lost its sheen. In fact, that small amount would have had some radiation left. So, it's not radioactive. This energy source is something else entirely.
Yeah, but that leaves another question. If it's not radioactive, then why the hell does it harm people or electronics?
That's just it, Rachel. No one's adapted to this kind of power before, so of course we'd fry when trying it out. It's raw energy. I mean, what happens when you hook up an electric system without a fuse and it overpowers?
It melts?
Exactly. And all the tests I've ran on the smaller one back home, I figured out the filter system to make it work, so it's safe.
If handled properly.
Ha! Yes! We got this!
No, you ain't. I don't see your Andre the Giant ass out here with a crystal.
Oh shit, right. Yeah, give me 5.
Whoa. Hold on. If the crystals ain't radioactive, then why's your Geiger counter reading radiation?
I don't... Wait. Shit. It's not the crystals that's radioactive then, it's the atmosphere. But then, how does Arclight grow in everything here?
It's just a theory, but maybe the animals and the trees and stuff survives in it because it's inside. Arclight might be acting like your lead lining, which means
I got to hurry before time runs out.
Crystal, grab one, now! I'm pulling up to the entrance.
But...
No fucking around, Jade! We don't know precisely where the radiation is coming from. Move! Now!
Jade immediately looked around, searching all of the crystals that looked around about the same size as her. She finds one, right near the center of the cavern, but it was covered in vines. Jade quickly made her way to it, placing her hand on the top of it.
Jade, talk to me.
I'm here, I found one, but it's covered in vine... Huh?
The roots on the crystal withdrew, slowly letting go of the base. The crystal glowed brighter for a moment and then returned to normal. Jade blinked, seeing an additional fragment fall to the floor. The fragment was no bigger than Jade's organic hand. She picked it up, looking it over. She could feel herself going into a trance, watching the pulse inside. She quickly shook her head side to side and put the shard in a side pouch. Once done, Jade put both hands on the larger crystal, feeling no resistance to her holding on or grounding it.
I don't know if you're sentient or not, but if you can understand me... Thank you.
Jade, I'm parked at the front. Hurry this up, now!
Jade wrapped one arm around the center of the crystal and then placed her other hand on the bottom. The suit's hydraulics began working overtime, slowly picking it up. She managed to rest it on her shoulder whilst keeping it upright and turned around slowly. The suit's HUD displayed a pathing route that Jade had used to get in. She started jogging as fast as the suit would allow her to the exit. Outside, Rachel was tapping away on her control panel. She managed to get the trailer open, hearing the hydraulics on the doors locking in place.
Right, set. Come on, get out of there! Jade, trailer, now!
Jade bolted to the trailer and moved to its holding bay. She quickly put the crystal into a giant container with stabilizing bars latching onto it. She then put 3 straps across the top, middle, and bottom. The container then slid a large, bulletproof glass panel on top of it and tightened the seal. Jade nodded to herself, then using the panel on the side, closed the doors. As they shut, Jade ran off to the side of the truck, working her way back into the door she came out of earlier, and it slammed shut.
Woohoo! We got it! Hey, Jade, we got it, girl!
Yeah, we did it! Is the containment holding?
Let me take a look. Aight, seal's holding. Readout compiling. Hell yeah! It's holding and the crystal has no damage. We good!
Thank God. Jesus. We're golden. Just getting ejected out the suit. Hold on. Gah!
Girl, talk to me.
Oh! God damn it!
Did it just throw you out?
Yeah. It's designed to get me out as fast as possible.
By launching you 10 miles to Manchester? Geez, you gotta soften the blow on that. Come here, let's get you up.
Thanks. I have landed on my ass in this country more times than I ever did in Syria.
Yeah, but less bullets, am I right?
Yeah, way less bullets.
All right, now we got you back. Break time.
Break? But we're in the blue zone. We should be...
It's still gonna be here in 30 minutes. It ain't going anywhere. Come on, I brought us microwave burgers. Keep us going for a little longer.
You brought food on an important...
Hey, if it helps, classify it as a union break. Come on, sit your ass down.
10 minutes later, Jade and Rachel are on the bunk beds. Jade up top, Rachel at the bottom, both eating their burgers. Jade's clicking away on her laptop, logging everything that they have encountered. Rachel's busy playing a game on her phone, tapping her foot on the side every once in a while.
And this one, add it to their... Okay, so now all the structure is mapped. So that's the Spire's one cavern worked out. Now we just got to work out where the radiation is coming from.
You still working? We're on break. Chill out, man.
Not yet. I still gotta figure this out. The radiation is present. It's what shredded the old hazard suit to bits before. And if the crystals aren't the source, then what is? I mean, the uranium dulled and essentially died on that crystal. So where is...
Well, what kind of radiation types are there?
Alpha, beta, gamma. Well, it can't be alpha. It can be stopped on human skin or even air. It can't be gamma. It'd be way too intrusive to the rest of the country. And the rest wouldn't have recovered even with 200 years past. I mean, I know we got radiation eaters that we developed for this scenario, but that was made in the old world, so...
Well then, that leaves beta. Somewhere in the middle. Simple.
Yeah, that has to be it. But how do these crystals not get infected by it? I mean, it practically ate the uranium. So, is there something inside that makes them immune?
Maybe you might want to work out how they keep making energy. That small one you got back at the office still hasn't lost power, has it?
No, and that's exactly what's puzzling me. I have worked out that the power is usable with filters. I should know, I've been charging several prototype batteries these past 2 months, and have been using them on various appliances. No drop in performance.
Well, for now, that'll have to do.
But
Don't overthink it and try cracking it all in one go. Sometimes an answer just turns up when it's supposed to.
okay, now I know you got that line from Holly.
Yup. The girl's got wisdom, give her that. Oh, by the way, can you install one of them fancy pools for her in the workshop?
Huh?
Yeah, one in the shop. 'Cause if she's coming to visit once in a while, she needs somewhere to soak.
She visits you? And everyone else in the shop?
Yeah?
Oh my god. She's going around the factory without telling me or Joe?
Oh, I didn't know she was sneaking out. Cheeky.
Kipper! Cheeky Kipper! Oh my god. Wait, what does she do, even?
Oh, you know, asks questions. Like, why's that wire going there? What does oil do? Can I watch you put this on? Just curious stuff. She's never been around mechanical shit in her life before here, so she was trying to find a way to learn.
She's learning?
Yup. Clever girl, catches up quick, you know.
And no one's bothered by her presence?
Well, just as long as she keeps a safe distance when working the machines, she's aight.
No, not what I meant. I mean, no one's bothered that she's got scales?
Fuck no. I've seen stranger things before that, and even stranger things being here in the zone. It's kinda cool though, but that 4-hour restriction is bullshit. She needs something down there with us. Or, I don't know, a wetsuit? Something like that?
Wetsuit. I can design one that holds water for her to use. Yeah, work out how to store the water, or design it to keep the water on her body and hard stop just before her gills.
Ain't that gonna be Evie? I mean, she's got strong legs, has to be able to swim as fast as she does, but I don't think she's gonna be able to lug around a ton of water.
I'll think on it. And, Rachel.
Yeah?
Thank you for keeping an eye on her.
Ain't no worries. You know, she says sometimes she wishes she can make you something out of the materials we got, and something for Dad, too. She's quite the innocent soul, you know. And from what I hear, this is a big step up. She was homeless before, right?
Yeah, she was. I adopted her that same night. Now she's got a chance to be a kid. She was homeless from the age of 6, and rough estimation is she was homeless for 10 years. Now, wait, did you say she calls Joe Dad?
Yep, Mom and Dad. She told me about the night you and Joe hooked up. That was sweet.
Oh, my little rainbow trout.
Aw, you give her a cute nickname as well? So much for the stern big boss lady.
Oh, give over.
Jade leans back into the pillows, looking at her screen. She opens up a picture Holly took of all three of them together, herself trying to look professional but failing, Joe laughing, and Holly being her usual chaotic self, with water splashes everywhere. Jade smiled lightly, a small tear rolling down her right eye.
Well, sugar, you gotta be doing something right. Just work out putting a pool for her in the workshop or that suit or summit, then we're good, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.